Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, late to the party, celebrating Rebecca Lockhart Scrap's 1,500 subscriber mark, and she's actually surpassed that. She's a very good friend, and we collaborate on in several areas around the interweb, and I am embarrassed and ashamed and very sorry to be late with this. I've had a couple things get in the way, but I did not want to miss out. I'll be a couple days past when you've seen everybody else congratulating her. So this will just remind you that if you haven't gone to check out her channel, you really need to do that. She's a whiz with mixed media, and she represents the company that makes these mermaid mists, and she's just a true artist with those. And I fell in love with this page when I first saw it. I love, of course, you've seen me use the Sun-Kissed collection a lot, and she's used her mists to create kind of a watery overflow from the sort of the swimming pool type photos of here. And she's actually used the floral side of this paper, but because the photo I'm using has Ava dressed in a little red and pink swimsuit, I'm gonna use the reverse side, the red and pink kind of leopard skin print, and I'm gonna fold back the floral. Now, just to be sure that I knew what I was doing, I actually cut this ahead of time, but we'll get to all that later. I want to do the mixed media first, and then we'll play with that stuff. I know that when I cut this, it's 5 inches. So I kind of made a mark across here where I want my mixed media to at least go that high. It can go higher because it'll get covered. And I want it to go all the way out to the edges and then to kind of taper down. And I want to make it drippy up here so that when I do this, it'll fall. So I hope my products will work well. I have got, and you know, if these don't achieve the right color and consistency, I have a whole slew of things I can grab. So I'm gonna start with this darker blue. It's Dina Wakley's gloss spray, and this is the color of this is ocean, and I'm so used to doing splatters with it. I took the I started to take the whole top off. So I'm gonna kind of just spray some of that there, and I'm gonna add to it some of this color is turquoise, and I'm gonna do this so it drips. What I like about this is I do have splatters, or you know, the kind of overspray to get this look right here that she has. She doesn't have the these drips, the long drip marks. So let me see if I can maybe kind of get some I like those, but if I'm lifting her, I didn't necessarily want or need them. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go with them because they're doing that. Okay, I'm going to now put these away and figure out how I can get this dry. I'm gonna fold that over because I don't really want that paint to be picked up there. It would be ideal and I've lost my roll of paper towel. It's down here. I don't know if I want to use it. My experience with the gloss sprays is that they do dry fairly quickly. So let's put this whole thing aside, and I'm going to work on folding this back and seeing. It looks to me like she may have just kind of glued that down. So let me try that. Right there. I don't want to use the paper towel because it might change the texture and the look of what's going on there. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just I kind of folded it back and then kind of figured where it might want to stick. And I'm doing that. I have not done as neat a juncture here as Rebecca did. And I know that I want to put this is the reverse of a card in there. I want to put that under there, but it's not really wide enough. So I'm going to quickly, see, this opened up to wider than I thought it was going to. And that means it's wider than the base that I was going to have for my photo. So let me get another piece of paper. I've got all of these 6x8 pieces. Do I want wood grain? The stars? I don't want any of those, actually. I'll bring the whole mess of them. How about this pretty little polka dot there? Because I'm going to use rainbows. Okay, so this I really just need to cut maybe about a 4x6, and that's 6 inches across. Let me cut the 4. I'll put that there. Okay, let's see if that works. That's just about perfect, and that's not sticking, so I need to kind of press that down a little bit better. Let me get, I can't believe this is me covering up all these pretty florals. But I have a lot of floral ephemera that I'm planning to use. Okay, so that works. And I'm gonna get some wet glue here because I'm really not happy with this. Number one, I just didn't roll it as neat as Rebecca did. She's just such an artist. This one seems to be doing fine, and this one will get there. And I'm going to stop worrying about it. Now, up where the picture's going to go kind of like this, it's not going to span the whole way. So I'm going to go ahead and put some foam on the back of the photo. And I'm going to put a double layer at the part that's going to go down like right here. Okay, that's gonna go right there. I'm not gonna glue it there yet because I want to glue it all onto the paper. I'm gonna have border strips like these rainbows there, and then this underneath that, and then that will layer onto the blue paper. But I do know that I want flowers around, let me get my floral ephemera here. I know that I want flowers kind of all around this area. And where Rebecca has the upside down clouds, I think I didn't have any clouds left. Well, I had one, but I really didn't want to use just one. Where she has those, I'm gonna have flowers, and then I'll run my little flags kind of up to there. Maybe like this. Ooh, that would be kind of cute. It wouldn't reach up to there because this goes down a lot farther, but it could go like this, and I could have, anyway, I think it's probably gonna be worthwhile to switch over to the paper. Although, let me do the border strips. Actually, I'm not going to do it that way. Let me do, I'm going to wipe all that off. I'm just not, well, no, I actually almost have to do it that way. Okay, so back on it goes. I'm a little bit flustered this morning. I have, you know, a few things going on. And in the, to my horror, I had it on my calendar and I had the layout picked out, and somehow it didn't make it to my actually getting done list. I realized I had this to do, so I'm trying to squeeze this in before I go out and, you know, pick up prescriptions for post-op stuff and just things like that. I have, the doctor gave me a laundry list of stuff I need to have, and then the nurse that I met with for the pre-op testing and so forth gave me a whole other list. Okay, this is gonna go, I just want a narrow border of this. So I'm actually gonna put the glue across it like that and kind of stick it in under here and move it around till I get just the right bit coming out, and I want it to be even, and I know that the strip was not cut evenly. I think that's reasonably close. It's gonna go like that, and so that's gonna cover up the yellow. I'm gonna have up here, I'm gonna have a cluster with a sunshine. I can do that now. while that's still drying. Rebecca has a lot of cute things. She's doing mostly word strips because her background is the kind of busy floral, and I have just a little bit more latitude in that I'm using the pink and red pattern. Kind of put that there, and then I have picked out a cute little pink flower, but I think I'm gonna put that on the white, or I suppose I could do it even like this. Yeah, why don't I do that? And what I'm gonna do for that, and I'm hoping that I've got this where you can see it. This is a very similar color pink to what is in the Cocoa Vanilla, but it's from some other, I think it's Paige Evans, completely different collection. But the color's similar. I cut out more of these butterflies with Bramble Fox dyes than I needed for the project that I used them on. And I put them with my Cocoa Vanilla because the color was so perfect. And lo and behold, I think they work for this page. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm propping up or popping up the two of the butterflies, which should hold that butterfly frame up. I kind of want to be sure that I'm going to have room for all the butterflies to go there. So I'm going to do that, and that leaves some butterflies over the white field, and I can adjust that when I put it on there. And I think I'm going to put these Bramble Fox sunglasses there, but again, I probably won't do that until after I get it all on the paper. I want to use, I do want something else up here, maybe a pink flower right there. How's that? I have to have the pink there. I've got, I think on Rebecca's, she has Sunny Smiles. I have a Happy Days that I think I'm gonna put there. Let me see if I have a better little saying. Welcome to Paradise. Here we go. Sweet Memories. Because remembering her as a happy little girl, fiercely independent, wanting to learn how to swim. That's certainly a sweet memory. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll use the Happy Days somewhere else maybe. And just going to cut this, and I think the background should be getting dry enough that we can maybe start assembling this. This is, it's layouts like this that my commitment to the real-time filming it makes me kind of want to rethink that. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that in place. I'm going to run this foam tape across there. This does not appear to be parallel to things, and it's probably due to the way that is rolled back imperfectly. Okay, so I cut this piece a little bit too long. I'm always overestimating the width of my photo here. Okay, this is kind of a mess, and I apologize for how goofy this is going together. But I think when it's done with, I think I'm gonna like it, and I hope you do too. Okay, so before I do anything else, here, let's do this. If we can do some things before we, if we can let that dry a little bit longer, then I'm gonna do it. I'll use the Happy Days up here and just kind of have it maybe across the sun. Okay, we'll do it that way. Now, I'm going to put this here, try to bring my background here. Look at that. That is really pretty. I'm happy with it. And let's see what it looks like when I do this. Okay, I think I'm going to like that. What I'm not going to like is I don't think the photo's on there straight. So we'll get that taken care of once I get this on here. I'm going to turn this upside down so that I can get it right at the ends, and then the rest of it will follow. And in case you want to know the paper I used, it's the Vicky Bouton 140-pound mixed media foundations paper. It is magical stuff, and it's what I use for all my wet media. Now, you can see it buckled a little bit, and you can also see that with my long photo, I've covered up more of my mixed media. And I'm not particularly happy about that. I have this Bramble Fox. I keep looking to see. I have this Bramble Fox summer title piece, and I'm not sure. It's kind of the wrong color yellow for that layout. I'm gonna let let's see, is that on straight? I can do something that, let me just do the florals. I know that I want to do the florals. I also know I want to use the ice cream cone. And I thought maybe I could slide it in like that and then put a flare, but I don't want the big flare because it's going to cover up too much of the mixed media. So I'll kind of put that there. I've got a little bit of glue on here. I had it slid down there just where I wanted it, and then it acts up. Okay, here I have a blue, kind of a watery, wavy looking flare, and I might put it down here and build a floral cluster around it. Let's see, I've got that flower. Let me pull, I might want some smaller scale florals here. I can have the, I can have this sprig kind of coming out the side here. But I don't want the florals to cover up so much of the mixed media. So I'm gonna do this. I chose this instead of the blue one, kind of because this blue, not exactly a good match for that one. Now I have a little bit of, I have a little orange sprig here, which is a little punch of a different color. I'll kind of just have that as an accent there. I've got this little tag that says family, and it has another of those butterflies. The die actually had this as a dovetail or fishtail banner, but I cut it straight because I hadn't, the die had moved and I didn't end up cutting the whole banner. And I kind of, when I saw it straight like that, I thought, aha, perfect for a word strip. Okay, I have a little bikini that I thought maybe could go over here. Now, Rebecca doesn't have anything on the sides of her photo, so maybe the bikini should go down in here, and I'm good with that. It's a similar print to Ava's little suit. I think her, yeah, no, hers was a two-piece as well. She was, here, we'll do it this way so that it kind of overlaps the journaling strip. And then we'll put this down here. And then I'm going to put a little my little overlapping hearts. I'm going to put this one right there. And then I'll do the pink one here. And I'll put a little bit of foam behind that. I'm probably doing most of that out of camera range, and I apologize. I blame my frenzied lack of focus this morning. I'm thinking about 20 other things that I need to remember to do. Okay, that is moving around. Maybe I'll put some here. I'm not liking, I want to get some, I hate covering that up. That's just beautiful to me. But I kind of need to surround that with some florals, and I need to find a really small flower, preferably in yellow. And kind of, I'm gonna lift this up. And I'm gonna put that right there, but I have to have some foam under it. Slide it under there. Come down there. And let me get that up over. And now I'm gonna slide this little tag under there. And I don't like doing anything that goes across that. So I noticed that Rebecca had some little, these little tabs. And I'm gonna cut one out of this border strip paper. And hopefully I can do it while preserving the image that's adjacent to it. Okay. And now I'll put a little bit of foam there and a little bit of glue to kind of reinforce that. And I'll stick that all and that's not sticking on either side. So why did I use it? Okay, I'm gonna go right there. And that's kind of the perfect turquoise for that. I have not used this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. How about like that? Then I don't really have anything similar to it over there, and Rebecca did all of hers underneath the photo. So how about if I did it here to here? Okay, we'll do that. And that's gonna finish it off, I think. I may go do some sequins because that's how I roll. And the two things that I'm gluing it to are raised up on foam, so that will work. Now, I've got these little mirrored sunglasses, which are just too perfect not to use, but I'm gonna use them kind of tucked under there because I don't want them dead on straight centered there. I love the mirrored perspectives. So I have this sun-kissed, I have this word, this banner that says sweet, and I have this little thing, word strip that says sweetheart, but I think I'm not going to use any of those things. Maybe I'll try to, is there any way I can do, I want, you'll laugh at this, but I kind of want something right there. How about I do some more little doubled hearts? Right there. And then I've got the yellow, so that's a dead ringer for the watercolor. And then here's that yellow I was trying to be sure that I brought in. So that seems to be working. But this little bit of a pink flower that kind of looks like it wants to be used somewhere. See, this is not making me happy here. I just anchored one side of the little bikini there. And I thought that would be enough to hold it since it's a small piece, but it's not holding. I'm going to lift that up on 2 layers so that it can overlap up here. Okay, that should keep it happy. And I'm going to put this maybe where do I want this? It doesn't even have to be a big part of whatever it is that there's just a tiny little bit that's going to show. But I didn't want to waste it. Okay, there we go. That just gives you something underneath there. And I've got this that I don't need to use. I think I'm done. I thought maybe I'd try to work the cloud into something. Maybe it'll work because I only have one. I've used all the others. I had a couple or 3 different, 3 sets of these ephemera. Okay, that will work. And I'm going to add some sequins. And the sequins I'm going to use will be from, I already know, Carnation Bouquet. And I will kind of put them in little small areas. There'll be just a small number of them, and I won't make you watch me put each one on. So thank you for watching, and Rebecca, apologies and congratulations. I'm so proud to be your friend and so happy for you that you've reached that subby milestone, and I can see continued meteoric growth. So everybody, Rebecca Lockhart Scraps, amazing, amazing stuff. She's prolific and very, very talented. So there's my tribute, and I hope you like it, Rebecca. Bye.